a prequel to what we'll see in this series. We're not going to streets yet. We're on live fire, but hopefully the copy pasta is as good as this series is about to be as we hop on board here with Mental.
I only wish we were loading into Stronghold Streets because that was masterfully done, Mikowski. We're loading into game one instead. We're back where we left off on live fire, but it is Stronghold, so we'll watch out for some skirts and some vrooms as Precision rotates over to that B Stronghold. 6 rounds in the sniper, and Overshield just 3 seconds away. Rain is in prime position to secure that Overshield. Looks like it's gonna go to Karmea though, except for the shutdown from Precision.
Wow, look at this start here from the lower seeded Avengers, looking like superheroes instead with the 24 and rolling. And I got to emphasize rolling because every second is ticking for 2.
An early triple cap from Avengers, and they are fighting with a vengeance. Precision with the sniper already setting up 4 kills for teammates. Nearly the assist spree coming through off of the opening break. Still 2 rounds left of that sniper. Ryan Noob might be the next one on the docket, and it's a full straight out kill. Not sharing credit, but watch out the rotation. It's Rain, the other half of this duo, rotating around behind. He hits the repulsor, but Rain stays alive. He hits that half wall in order to stay on the map. The re-engagement is here. That capture is held, but A and C both about to flip over to Rebellion as they get their first points on the board.
Oh, but a strong 60-second advantage here for the Avengers. And that really, especially against an upstart team like Rebellion, who has that higher seed, has that top 6 placing on land at Charlotte, is going to allow you to play from the driver's seat. Whereas you might be clinging on to the tailpipe, holding on for dear life. Avengers now in the lead comfortably, but Rebellion are doing a great job to flip this A and C. And because of it, they've got some scoring on their end instead.
Rain doubles back to try to hold on to and secure this seaside spawn. But he can't cover both sides of the map at the same time. He sets up that kill for teammate Mental. So Mental should have, Ryan Noob rather, has that full overshield. Mental is the player on the other side of the map, holding on to A and C. And normally you'll see B as one of the strongholds held by the team that's adding points to the board. An AC hold is a little bit less likely, and Rebellion are making it work.
Well, I really like the AC hold because you have this dirty spawn trap on B where you can hide yourself on the nest side. You can perch up on the A sandbags and really look down and into the soul of your opponent before you take it. As Ryan Noob now earning that B spawn instead, but it's contested here at the final 90% mark. Oh, but it's the grenade toss from Ryan Noob. There's some of that nerdy strategy at play here as Rebellion start to mount a comeback.
He knew exactly where that contesting player was. He peeks up to toss the plasma, and the second plasma is enough for the assist to come through. Karmea might not be G-sliding across the map, but he is locking down B, and this scoreline is getting close. Only 20 seconds separating the 2 teams, and pretty even from a quick eye check, slays to slay. But do we see the response in the form of a triple cap from Rebellion? Avengers had the earlier triple cap. It's Rebellion's turn.
Oh, yeah, and just as good as the Avengers look to start this game, Rebellion have a little edge here in the mid-game as they do, in fact, regain the lead. Plus 10 and rolling as A flips, but Avengers are immediately on it. It looks like little contention here. Mental not pushing into A because he believes that the rest of his teammates have that instead. Interesting not to push him into A, but it looks like Swish was the one who was gaining his attention instead because of it. B should go to Avengers. They should be able to start some scoring here, but you've got Karmea. Oh, what do you focus on here? The B side of the map or that overshield instead, as we have a fight for it here. Precision with that sniper as well. Takes it away fairly freely despite the sniper tower control there from Rebellion, as that's all they have is sniper tower control and nothing else.
Yeah, I think it's that pressure from Huss that really cleared out space for Precision to get what looked to be a free overshield pickup. He still has half of that shield remaining, and he doesn't really want to watch it depleting while he captures the zone. So you see him trading out as a teammate steps in to fill that objective hold. Only a few seconds left of overshield potential, and he's going to use it to get a nice body shot into Ryan Noob. That doesn't turn into a kill, but a little bit of a stall as their lead continues to climb.
Precision looking to chase down that kill on Rain. Mental goes down as well. Karmea should go down as well. Precision with the killing spree now, and This is where it looks like Rebellion should be able to start some of the scoring on their end. But I'm noticing a little bit, just like we saw, maybe this is an Avengers thing, because just like we saw the objective efficiency a little lacking there for going rogue, I'm seeing the same thing here for Rebellion, which tells me, Magic, this is part of the strategy. This is not a fluke here. This is not a flash in the pan. Avengers might be here to stay.
Avengers are really forcing their opposition, whether it was going rogue in the last series or Rebellion in this one, are really stifling them on these objectives. Rebellion down 30, but they have that B and C control, a little bit more of the traditional, I think, objective control. They had to give up A. Mental milking his life at the back of B. Ironical does some opening damage, and Carmea comes in to save the day to keep that majority zone control on the side of Rebellion.
Ooh, and Sniper OS up in 15. This one is, there's not even 15 seconds between these two teams as we have a very highly contested, intriguing winners round 4 matchup. The winner of this should go on to take on G1, but we can't get too ahead of ourselves. We got the overshield up now. Mental has his eyes on it. Looks to land the repulsor 360. I love the attempt, but he goes down too. Swish taking the overshield instead, and likely C as well.
I'm gonna give that one plus 5,000 style points. Like, I know it didn't come out with a kill, but the repulsor, like 360 to try to melee in time to stop the overshield activation. I mean, still, full style points on that movement. Swish is the one with the overshield. Half of it left to work with. Ryan Noob and Rain each pick up a kill of their own. And that should flip A over. Swish can't push towards B or to A solo. Has to wait for the respawn and a perfect repulsor to send that heat wave right back.
Yeah, Swish not only sending Carmea away, but the heat wave shots as well, as it looked like he would have licked enough damage to potentially get down to half shields. The difference that means, though, is that Swish is able to instantly get back up in this fight. Doesn't have to wait for those shields to recharge as he spots a player in C, gaining control of it. Ryan Noob checks his corner, but I guess didn't really see Swish there. Might be on 69 field of view. I don't know why or how he wouldn't have seen him, as that could prove deadly as the rest of his team looks to push into C, but Ryan Noob stays alive. Got to give credit to the wily veteran there, keeping his life.
Some nice little nerdy plays here from Ryan Noob to keep his life alive, and you see they're immediately rotating to B. They're still operating off of that deficit, and B's not going to be free. Swish actually steps on, gets the reset. There's two players from Avengers at the back of B, and the second Ryan Noob turns his back, he pays for it because Huss is lurking behind. The triple kill, the potential for an overkill, but I don't think Precision's going to challenge this at the top of sandbags until he can get an open shot.
Oh, what a well-timed collapse there from Huss and Avengers as he earns the triple kill. Not going to result in a trip cap, but hey, you'll take this at this time because going into the 200s, it's Avengers with a 60-second lead, but they go 3 down. Huge answer back here from Precision as the last player alive as he takes down Carmea. Can he win this one against Mental? No! And the overshield goes his way as well. That was a pivotal 1v1.
To the victor go the spoils. To the victor goes the overshield. Mental has shots onto 2 opponents. Make it 3. He's softening up players, hoping that some assists can come through. But he's also locking down that objective all the while. Really multitasking here, playing full brain as a Mental player that he is. Unfortunately, that plasma grenade perfectly timed, and Mental is still playing aggressively. Tries to recharge that shield with a distraction play of the Shroud screen, but Swish is not diverted, and we're on the brink of Avengers with another triple cap.
We put Rebellion on upset alert before this series even started, and now you're getting to see why. Triple cap domination here as Huss pushes through the map and spots nothing but the back of his opponent's heads. And even when the front is facing, it's Ryu with no shields and no hope of coming back in this game as Avengers take the upset game win. Oh, you watch out, Rebellion.
Watch out, the 22 kills from a Huss leading the charge for Avengers to take the first match in that setup for a potential upset. 250-147, nearly doubling up on the score of Rebellion, and the stifling objective play of Avengers is carrying through whether they're playing against Going Rogue or this star-studded Rebellion roster.
Yeah, this Swish pickup at this point might be the greatest move in the offseason so far, especially if this roster is able to get past that top 12 placing they had I believe on LAN and in the online in the online open series last week. Is Swish the answer to break through? I think so.
Swish has been fitting this team like a glove. He comes out of that game 12-12, but with 9 assists. Great assists across the board. But it really was Husk who was the star of the show on this case. 22, 13, and 5. A 10.7
Wow.
KDA in the hands of Huss. And on the other side, Rain and Ryan Noob barely positive. Carmea and Mental both go slightly negative. So it really was Huss as the standout player for game number 1. But it's all about how this team works together as a team of 4. You mentioned that roster switch. Bohm is out, Swish is in, and it is working to start the first game off on the upset potential.
Yeah, and 8 more assists for the Avengers in that last game. So, God, despite being a newly formed team, could they have better teamwork as well? Sometimes it's a honeymoon phase where other teams haven't quite figured out what this new look Avenger squad is going to do, and starting to sense a little bit of that chaos in the comms for Rebellion as Avengers win another opening break victory here in game 2.
The opening break is being won by the Avengers, but it's Carmea with the heat wave and the double kill that evens back out the odds. But he is caught off guard by Neuronical with the active camo. You called out Neuronical as one of the most slept on, underrated players. He makes a big brain play with the use of that camo to keep this a 1 point, now a tied game.
Rain looking to make it rain damage, but Huss turns on him instead. Unbelievable kill there with the last shot in his heat wave, making the most of every opportunity is Huss and this Avengers squad as they maintain control of the lead up 2.
I thought it was almost a back smack, and then next thing you know it, Huss is actually the one coming out with the kill, not even getting traded out in that fight. Setting up a teammate again. Look at Avengers and how they are setting each other up. Assists coming through alongside of those kills. And out of seemingly nowhere, a 5-point lead. Huss is checking the Dynamo spawns, waiting for that important utility. He needs about 3 more seconds for the Dynamos to be in hand, and as he picks them up, he's ready to make his approach, barely missing that jump to top of car. He's gonna pick some low ground position, and he has the information from that Dynamo that Ryan Noob is on top of the base.
Huss finally trading out that heat wave, sending it back to the red rack. Carmea sending him back to the respawn screen. As Huss, only with 1 kill in this game, but it was such a huge kill. But all the while, Rebellion mounting a comeback, now down only 3, cutting that lead in half. Neuronical at 6-1 is going to look to maintain his life before going down. 6-2 is still a great performance, but it's a great answer back here from Rebellion as they're now tied, now down 1.
Just down 1 and Mental trying to stay alive. Carmea really the player from Rebellion who is credited with a little bit of this comeback here. Carmea is 7-3, make it 8-3 off of that double kill. Fighting to keep Rebellion not just in the fight, but with the hope of tying up this series. They were the favorite, they're the higher seed, but Avengers are here to upset some brackets.
Oh, seeing a lot of answer back here from Rebellion, though, as 3 go down for Avengers. Ryanoob with the camo as well. And look at the bait and switch here from Carmea. But Swish does a great job answering with some defensive positioning shots, sending Carmea and Ryanoob back and sending Carmea to the respawn screen, sending Ryanoob as well, potentially. Wow, that is great answer back there from the Avengers. As just as it looked like Rebellion were ready to take that lead and run with it, it's still a 1-kill game.
Still a 1-kill game, and Avengers, they just like depleted the camo. They did not let Ryan do anything with the use of that camo. Instead, they take down more kills. Neuronical at 10-4. Look at this juxtaposition. Neuronical 10-4, Carmea 9-1-4. Both of them a participant in 10 slays. So it really has been the story of those 2 slayers, at least in the early stages of this game. The push is going to come in from Rebellion more than Neuronical wants to deal with. So what does he do? Opts to take a trade, knowing that he's going to go down in that 1v2.
The rising stars rising up when it matters most, but Carmea, he'll go down there. Mental should as well. Yeah, that's a great double there from Precision as that regains the lead at the halfway mark for the Avengers. This one is so close. We have no idea where it's going to go. Precision, he's going to go into the generator. Looks to support his teammate there and has great support as Ryanoob goes down. So Avengers up 1 and looking to hold on to this lead.
1-point game at the halfway mark. Mental with the grenades, Rain with the grenades, but it's Precision with the killing spree. He's outnumbered. He's getting shot at from multiple angles. It's Ryan Noob down in yellow court. He takes a quick glimpse and he knows where that target is. Watch how he rotates back. Once his shield is regen, he finds that target, and then now on full health, he rotates through, but it's Ryan Noob is in the yellow fridge right behind Precision. Precision didn't check his corner. Ryan Noob is still lurking with yesterday's spaghetti.
Hey, they must have really nerfed the audio footsteps there, because Ryan Noob had no inclination that a player had just sped by as Precision goes down. So the patience pays off there as Rebellion slowed down the match a little bit to potentially get back in this one. And it's hard to say to get back in this one because they've been close all throughout. Yep. 1 kill lead, 2 kill deficit, 1 kill deficit. It's been back and forth all the way through. And just as I say that, we're starting to see a little bit of separation here at a crucial time when these Slayers really begin at the 30 mark. Avengers on the brink of a team wipe lead.
One breakout play could tip the scale of this game. Right now, it's Avengers ahead by 4. Carmea with the Heat Wave is taken down. Ryan Noob gets the melee trade, and Heat Wave is on the floor, up for grabs. Mental tries to get the final damage on the kill, but I believe that was Neuronical escaping with his life once again, and Mental is forced to back off and not be able to push forward for that slay, as Avengers now have the lead by 6.
Oh, 6 kill lead for the Avengers. 2 kills determine whether this is going to be a 2 team wipe game or a 1 team wipe game, as it's a 7 kill difference. 8 kills going into the 40s. 2 team wipes separating these two teams at a point in the match now where Rebellion can't afford to trade out. They're going to have to find the answer, and it's going to have to be clean all the way through the end. You're going to have to win this one against Swish if you're Ryan Noob. If not, Mental with the help. Rain gets a double. Uh-oh. Here we go. Rebellion coming back.
Great plays there for Rebellion, protecting each other, getting the assist, but I think that Camo went into that bodysuit of Avengers. It's Neuronical. He's 13-8 now, only passed on his team by Precision's 18-8, but with this Camo, he can pick his fights, especially being the team with that 4-point lead. But Rain gets a pick. He sees Rain. The grenades find him. Neuronical can't do anything with this Camo except try and fight to stay alive.
Rebellion.
There it is. No way. He didn't give the back smack. He gets taken down.
Rebellion, bring it back to within 3. This one's close, but the end of this game is even closer. 5 kills needed for Avengers to go up 2-0 in this series. Upset alert. Ring the sirens in the chat because Rebellion has to be concerned with the potential outcome of this. Oh, and they're all stuck in the base. If not for a rotation out to the car side, Ryan by himself though. Mental goes down. Avengers on the brink of winning this one, only needing 2.
Look at the tracking. Neuronical knows that Carmea is going to have to rotate back to the top utility. Huss is on the chase. A perfect thruster, but the counter is in, and Huss closes out to add a kill. 50-44. Not just a win, but a 6-kill advantage.
Yeah, and this is what we were looking for from this Avengers. Previously believed the hype squad was... we wanted to believe the hype. Now, despite the name change, I'm believing the hype. This looks like a squad that is not fluking their way to these dominant... I shouldn't say a dominant game 1, a pretty mixy game 2, but even then to have the final score result in 6, that was that kind of that fulcrum we talked about where things could go either way. Avengers just held on to it and never looked back.
Precision with the 21 slays, nearly half of the kills for the team go to Precision. This roster of Avengers have never looked better. You had the 3 players fighting together, Neuronical, Huss, Precision, and now they add Swish to that mixture. Maybe this game wasn't Swish's best, but as a whole, Avengers looking very solid as a team of 4, especially on the brink of an upset potential. So Mikowski, I'm going to ask you this. If you're on the side of Rebellion, what adjustments need to be made heading into Game 3, especially considering how objectively focused Avengers have been?
I think you got to pick up the pace a little bit. You got to let Carmea loose. He is loose. He went 13-8 last game, had a great performance. But it almost seems like he's being held back by the pace of play from this Rebellion squad. And on Argyle CTF, what better time than to... It's almost like a little back and forth. You got to increase the play, but then, like we talk about on this map, you have those checkpoints 1, 2, and 3 throughout the map. Going to look at Carmea to play fast. Ryan then to kind of reel it in and make sure that they're playing those checkpoints.
Yeah.
And I do believe that Rebellion could find themselves with an answer here in game 3, where if they don't, they'll get swept.
We have some veteran players on the side of Rebellion. They've been here before. They've been at risk of getting upset before. We're looking for what that response is going to be. But Swish grabs the camo and now has stolen the sniper, assuming both snipers in the hands. It looks like, was it Huss I saw with the opposite sniper? Both Avengers, rather, with snipers in hand off of that steal. No sniper in the hands of Huss, but what he does see is a target on the run. He has 2 players at the back of the base. He checks his corner. He turns back around. Does he survive for the double kill? He does. The potential for a triple. He's not going to connect, but look at where the fight is taking place. They are up in the face of Rebellion.
Yeah, this one probably won't turn to a pull here, but they have the pressure in their base, and that is not a good look here for Rebellion. As Swish, or excuse me, for the Avengers, as Rebellion get that flag out. Ryan looking to nerd his way down to the bottom mid part of the map, but now that flag is out there in no man's land. Rebellion needing 2 or 3 slays. Now it's going to need a full team wipe, but they're not going to get it. It's a 2v2 situation on both sides.
2v2 on either side. This flag is likely to get reset, not making it past that first checkpoint. Armea gets a takedown. 2 players here. Is Rain going to do a grapple play out the window? He rushed right over. No, he doubles back. He has the repulsor instead in hand. The team fire from Rebellion looking crispier than we've seen throughout the series as they make their own approach. But it's all about those legs, those checkpoints in order to get a full flag run. And with power-up spawning in, you need to rely on that camo, on that sniper in order to go the distance.
Oh, and Huss, as the last player alive on that Rebellion side of the map, is going to force another player, Rain, to come back to his spawn, whereas previously he would have been pushing out to mid-map control. That melee trade out as well is going to make him go down easily to that headshot from Nautical. Nautical has another one, and now the Avengers are gaining back that mid-map control. But just as I say that, Mental with a clutch takedown, stopping the bleeding for now.
Mental stops the bleeding, and he has 7 rounds in the sniper to cause some chaos of his own. Right around the corner is Nautical. He's going to meet him a little bit more close quarters than maybe he would like with the use of that long-range weapon. Nautical does fall back off of those grenades. Carmea and Rain each getting a pick. And look at the pinch, though. But Precision at top mid doesn't miss on that counter snipe. The double kill. Potential for the triple as he's setting up the stop.
Oh, Precision. He's been the MVP of his team here in this game. And I know it's odd to say he's 3-5, but let's recount all 3 of those kills came when it looked like Rebellion was ready to get that flag pretty far across Argyle. So Precision really playing some great defense here with that sniper. Has 3 shots left to use, and at this rate might just be 3 more kills.
Might double up on the kills with the use of the snipers. He's 1 for 1 so far, trying to get the next shot onto Rain. He doubles back to check, getting comms from teammate Huss, who's over at that corner. And it's Huss with the other sniper now in hand. Both snipers for Avengers. We saw this on the opening break. They have had these power weapons on lockdown. And look at how all of the map has shifted. Ryan Noob, the only player from Rebellion at half. Everybody else is off of that respawn screen and trapped back in their base.
Precision's average life continues to go up. And with every second he stays alive in the mid-map, along with the likes of Huss, it's just going to make it even more difficult for Rebellion to even push into the other side of the Avengers base, which they were doing freely to start this game. So a great answer back here from the Avengers and the likes of Huss and Precision, who just go down. So here's the floodgates opening up. Here's, I should say, the gate opening up for the Rebellion, as 2 of the more clutch players we've seen in this game go down for the Avengers.
You're gonna love this though, Mikowski. Mental was using that camo as bait. He was sitting at his own team's top glass as his scope locked onto the camo pickup, and the second that Avengers went for the camo, he hits him with a quick snipe body shot, switches to the BR for the takedown. And we're at nearly the halfway point of this match. No full flag runs, but Nautical with a double kill is trying to break through. He has a little bit of help from Precision. Here comes the shutdown from Mental. A 1v1, both players with snipers. Nautical has a repulsor, but what he doesn't have is any team support.
Oh, that was big there for the Rebellion. Great answer back. It could have been a 3-1 numbers advantage for the Avengers. Instead, taking down Neuronical notches it up at 2 apiece, as 2 are still down for the Avengers. An opportunity here for Ryanoob to take advantage of the numbers situation and finally regain control of that mid map, as we see him do just that, pushing out over the top of Camo. Has the high ground quite considerably here on Swish, but Swish has a slay on Rain. Should eventually go down there to Carmea, and now we're starting to see that waveform for the Rebellion. They're looking like the push is strong.
Push is in, but there's 2 players from Avengers at the back of the base that could get the stop. Precision was 1. He's eliminated. This is that patient, calculated push that you wanted to see from Rebellion. I wouldn't say it's slow-paced, but they're not desperating for that flag. They're trying to clear out the base for a clean pickup and a full flag run. But they're getting held back. That suppressive fire that Ryanoob is receiving. And now Rebellion are going to wait for Camo in order to build a push off the back of that Camo pickup. Mental with the trade. Teammate here on Rebellion does have the Camo. I believe it was Rain. Sorry, actually it's Carmea, I believe, with the Camo in hand. So the cover fire coming in from Ryanoob is letting Carmea get into position if he finds Hus around the corner.
Hus has an inclination that Carmea is close. Carmea does a great job playing that Ghost in the Night role as Mental gets the cleanup, and then Carmea cleans up Precision. Great process, almost like a Ryanoob level decision making there from the young gun Carmea, as he now has a flag out, has to turn on Swish, but doesn't have the time. As just as it looked like a good run for Rebellion, Avengers have the answer back, and that one should reset.
And that reset kind of hurts because Rebellion were really like investing in that. They were investing in that flag run. They were trying to make a push. They fell back to play for Camo. They mount another push off the Camo. You think it's going to go the distance, but it gets reset. And that one feels like a little bit heartbreaking for Rebellion. I want to see if they have another of those high investment opportunities in them. But first, they have to win out a round of defense because there's 2 players from Avengers in the back of the base. Ryanoob gets the assist onto 1, and that just might be cleared out.
Yeah, Rebellion with a 6-kill advantage here in this game, and I think objective efficiency is something you expect from the likes of Ryanoob, as tactical and nerdy as he is. So a great job by the Avengers, despite going down in the feed, keeping this one notched at 0. Mental pushing up with that sniper, spots Neuronical as he looks to take out the neurons from his brain. Doesn't get the chance to take that shot though. Instead elects to repulse and no-scope Swish instead, so he had the plan. It just was for another player, but he goes down 2 though, so I'd say that's a great trade there for Swish.
Oh no. Okay, I was waiting for the grapple cooldown. He almost hit that kill box at the bottom. He pops back up onto the map just to meet the waiting gunfire of the Avengers. Precision, he doesn't connect on that melee. I thought it made the audio cue, but no credit given for the melee kill. Swish is gonna get full credit for the perfect, but we're trading kills back and forth. It looks like Rebellion have that slight kill advantage, and now they can mount another push off of yet another Camo pull.
No aim assist needed for Rain on that Camo pull. Oh, and if he grabs the sniper as well, that'll be a dueling sniper too on the side of Rebellion. But however, this UI icon will disappear. So for a brief moment, the other team is going to know where Rain is, but they're not going to take advantage of that intel. Rain looking to now take advantage of the combination of Camo and Sniper instead, as he takes down Precision, doing a great job maintaining his life as 3 go down for Avengers. Swish, last player alive, and he goes down late, so that's going to be a little stagger here. Hus goes down 2. Staggered spawns here for the Avengers. This should be a good run for Rebellion, but no! Rain, just as you thought he was going to get a good flag pull out, he goes down 2.
Yeah, he saw the same thing you saw, Mikowski. He thought they had the spawn staggered enough, but a great response yet again. Avengers might be forced to play defense, but their defensive line is holding the body shot from Mental connects. And that's the cue for Ryanoob to grab the flag. Mental's trying to lock down this side of the sniper spawn. He gets a body shot onto 1, but does he have time to pop the reload? There's 3 players from Avengers. That body shot from Mental is gonna clear enough room for Ryanoob to clear the map.
Starting to see some of that objective efficiency here as Ryanoob puts it in with 1 HP to go, but the 1 HP results in 1 score for Rebellion. You'll take that trade if you're Ryanoob.
Absolutely take the trade for the capture. Are you looking at Ryanoob's assist count right now? 13, leading the team not only in developing those team strategies and the team pushes, but also dealing out the damage to set up teammates like Rain with 20, Carmea and Mental with 19 and 16. They might be leading out in slays as a team, but they're definitely leading out in the assist count.
Ryan, did you see that in the back of the map here? Was just looking for intel. Was just looking for the information he needed to IGL his squad out of their base after scoring that flag. That's when it's most likely for the opposing team to potentially get a counter cap, but instead they're not going to get the counter cap, but the counter camo is on here. Swish with shots on Rain, but Karmea picks it up and a flag is out again for Rebellion. Seeing that objective efficiency play out, but they need to get a stop here.
Well, Avengers have the game time flag stuck at that first kind of checkpoint position. Rebellion have answered with some kills. And Karmea, not overextending, not hopping onto that reset, instead looking for the cross map shots and kind of giving some cover. They might have a desperate approach here from Avengers. They get the kills, but they don't make it to the flag in time. The reset is in, and we're looking at only 1 minute left as Avengers quickly adjust.
Wow.
They don't have time to set up the way we saw Rebellion setting up for pulls. Avengers are rapid firing.
A little bit of desperation there from Huss as he needed a few more slays, got killed pulling that flag, as it looks like 3 should go down, 2 go down for the Avengers, and control in the hands of Rebellion, reaching the end game. 40 seconds left on the clock, 10 more seconds on the respawn screen for Swish and Karmea too, so a little bit of an opportunity here. Here comes the final push.
The final push from Avengers. They have 30 seconds plus potentially the sudden death timer to work with. There's several checkpoints that you have to clear across the map if you're going to get credit for the full capture. Huss has Karmea suppressed at the back of the base. Rain is around behind, and Rain connects on these shots. Huss looked like he might have had the advantage on the fight, but Rain does not miss. He is sitting at 24 and 11 in this game. Ryan Noob, the other half of that duo in a fight. I love this grapple play to re-engage as Rain gets a double kill. 26 kills in that game on the side of Rain.
And it was the pacing that game. Perfectly timed, appropriately timed on a map like Argyle, which really requires the perfect pacing, as we saw Rebellion speed it up when they needed to and slow it down when they needed to as well. It's that perfect dueling strategy working for Rebellion, and it makes sense because you've got a more slow, passive, methodical player in the likes of Ryanu, and a guy who just likes to G-slide out onto everything with Karmea. Found the balance there in that game 3, and that's why we have a potential reverse sweep on the line as we do in fact head to the streets. Game 4 oddball. We thought Rebellion had a long win on that CTF Argyle. They could really drain the energy and soul of the Avengers and really start to make them nervous about the reverse sweep by taking a long oddball win here in game 4.
We need a skirt every time we're about to load up Streets now. I think that we're setting a precedent here, Mikowski, and Streets is going to be the next map up for grabs. But when we talked about this game 3, and you mentioned what's the strategy for Rebellion to get back into it, the pacing was what you had referenced. Did you see the pacing that you wanted from Rebellion, and was that ultimately the key to that victory?
Absolutely. Ryanu with the actually got to give credit to Ryanu here for pushing the gas down to score that first flag, and then for the most part the rest of that match, like I said, really almost like staying in the back of his spawn to IGL and gather intel to then call plays for the likes of Karmea, Rain, and Mental to take down Avengers, which is exactly what they did. And now the reverse sweep feels more and more likely, as that was a solid game 3 from Rebellion.
The pace of play is something that we talked about a lot last week, and we talked about how Rebellion, you know, with Ryan Noob and Rain previously from E United, used to a very methodical, slower pace of style, but they look like a new team. Of course, they're under a new name as well.
No breaks, all gas there from Ryan Noob, and that was again a called play. I love watching Rebellion because you know that the things happening on our screen are all 90% of the time play calls, as we saw Ryan dive, throw, give his body up to secure rockets for his team.
Yes.
But it's precision on the other side, making away with that oddball. How many times, Magic, do we see that the juxtaposition of going for the sandbox or going for the objective off the start? And it's so odd that both teams seem unable to ever capture both at the same time. Wild.
Yeah, sometimes you have to decide if you're going to chase a fight or if you're going to secure the objective, and we're seeing that I think more and more. Whereas like before, the old ideology is that you get the slays to get to the objective. We're not seeing that so often here. We are seeing Ryan Noob being that IGL. He's even scoping out at the top of these stairs. He's in the great position to have overview of the map, to call the shots, to call for Karmaya to fall back. Mental fills in, Rain fills in, and now watch out for the peace side push. Here comes the break from Neuronical. Ryan Noob quick to set down that oddball because he has the Bulldog to take the close quarters fight.
Oh, Ryanu with only one shot left in that Bulldog puts it to good use. The efficiency is looking strong here for Rebellion as the answer back in games 3 and 4 has looked like what you expect to see from this Rebellion squad. Let's not forget the 6 seed versus the 11 seed, nearly a half disparity in seeding between these two teams, but this one is extremely close as Huss looks to escape with the oddball. Huge kill there from Mental. Swish takes himself down, and all 4 go down for Avengers. This is going to be at least 20 seconds of milk by the time Avengers spawn again. It might be 60-6.
It might be 60-6, and we watch out because the Rockets, I believe, just came up as well. So I think that Rebellion got away with the fresh Rockets. This time they didn't have to desperate for it and give up their lives. It looks like it's Rain who has the Rockets in hand. He fires one out towards Bulldog, but he's not going to get the full takedown. He has to settle for just a trade. Climbing up towards that 60-second mark, but Ryan Noob, knowing the push is coming through, tosses the ball out into no man's land as he gets taken down. But is he still alive? Did he live there? He's okay. That's my bad. Sorry, Ryan. And he's finally taken down at Trash, just shy of hitting that 60 seconds of objective time.
Yeah, but that was a great play ball there, throwing it all the way out to the palm trees. And I got to give credit to the Avengers for negating that really heads-up play there from Ryan Noob and taking that oddball right back. Now they have a stronghold over here at C as numbers not in their favor. They're going to drop all to play for Slays, but 2 go down for the Avengers. All 4 up for Rebellion. What's Ryan Noob going to do next?
Ryan Noob's going to try to live next because he's receiving fire over from B stairs or top of B rail. There's 2 players from Avengers rotating commando side, and teammates in the back of C are trying to stop this approach, but both are weak. Mental and Karmaya both down to 1 shot. Ryan Noob, the team player that he is, slides through. A little bit of a distraction, allowing teammates to get both kills yet again, and then Ryan Noob winning his pivotal 1v1.
Ryan, this is all part of the plan. Grab that oddball, head back up to your perch, get the intel, and call the shots. Karmaya hitting the shots with that stalker rifle. 2 down for Avengers. And a 3x margin on this scoreboard. Avengers gonna need a lot to come back in this one.
Honestly, this game has been locked down by Rebellion. Their strat is working to perfection. Ryan Noob can IGL play objective at the same time, leaving the young gun Karmaya to roam freely with the stalker. There's a player here rotating at Cafe. The red gun's going to do the damage, and Karmaya, such a heads-up play to get out of the range of the incoming melee, stays alive as he gets the takedown, and the clock takes to that full 100. Precision had the Rockets, but it's too little too late. Round 1 was very one-sided.
Yeah, and Karmaya was 3 and 6 at a time where Avengers got 20 seconds of oddball time, hits the killing spree 5 in a row, and it was the well-timed 5 in a row because it really helped spur that comeback. Outside of the really heads-up smart plays there from Ryan Noob, you had Karmaya popping off, and if he can continue this streak here, we might see a 2-0 game 4 and a 2-2 tie going into game 5.
Oh, that would be something we'd love to see. Karmaya, no, he doesn't get that kill.
What?
How does Neuronical live?
Oh, he had 1 HP in a dream of like an actual ant's worth of HP. He eventually trades out, and honestly, Magic, after that scenario, anything he did positively to take down an opponent was a win condition for him because he should have been dead long ago.
Yeah, he was playing on borrowed time after surviving that rocket with just the sliver worth of health remaining. And now we see Precision and the rest of the Avengers kind of adopting the strategy that Rebellion with that top of C stairs hold. And look at how much objective time they've gotten. We've seen Avengers time and time again securing time on that objective, but it's Karmaya with the triple kill that's gonna pave a path for this breakthrough.
Oh, that was absolutely filthy from Karmaya. It's a full frontal lobotomy as he takes down all 3 with headshots and continues on the spree. He's not going to get the killing frenzy here in this one because the rounds reset. I believe that's how it works.
I believe
nonetheless, Karmaya with 9 in a row, looking for that 10th kill, the honorary killing frenzy, but he goes down. That's a huge kill here for the Avengers, and it's kind of wild to note, Magic, that despite Karmaya popping off, it's Avengers popping off in the score feed.
Well, they're going to need to pop off in the kill feed and objective time. They're down 1-0 in rounds, but look at this. Now they're ahead by 40 seconds. Ryan Noob not playing slow pace at all. He's playing aggressive with the use of that Bulldog. Rocket's just 4 seconds away. Ryan Noob maybe a little early on the shot. Could have been stealthy, but it doesn't matter because the contest comes through. Avengers are dropping. Ryan Noob and the rest of Rebellion are starting to get some map control, but it's the Rockets that Rain had in hand that comes out with a trade. There may be one more rocket lurking there at the bottom of B stairs.
Oh, Precision with that one rocket. Gonna elect to trade out there. Great decision making there as he takes down Carmea. You want to make sure the Young Gun is on the respawn screen, because if he presses down on the gas, this one could be tied. 51-4 lead though for Avengers, and I'm looking at Rebellion, and Ryan with 100 seconds is admirable, tippable. But you have to imagine a few more players need to get their hands on that oddball if they're going to come back now in this round where it looked like they had a strong commanding lead in this game.
Yeah, it definitely worked in round one, right? Ryan Noob locking down the objective and calling the plays, but there has to be some adjustment as Avengers are adjusting to that strategy. And it looks like Rebellion might be trying to shake things up. They rotate to A for a moment, but Neuronical shuts it back down and even predicting Ryan Noob at the top of C stairs. Plus a couple early frags. The team fire is through, and now Avengers rotating. Maybe for the first time, we're seeing the oddball rotated to A side instead of Subway.
Oh, you can get it at C. You can come over here to A. You can catch these hands too as Neuronical is baiting in the back smack here. Does Ryan Noob take the bait? Yes, he does. He's going to get the back smack. Rain, can he get it too? Yes! The double for Neuronical. Huge. All the while, Mental beaming shots into his side. Did not get distracted by knowing that his death is ensuing soon. That is a huge play there from the likes of Avengers. One of the reasons why they've maintained, and not only maintained, but built on this lead.
Yeah, they're ahead by nearly 70 full points. 9 seconds from the next round of rockets. The Rebellions are still outnumbered. Ryan Noob is receiving fire from, it seems like, every possible angle. It's Neuronical on the flank, credited with that kill. 16 and 13 is Neuronical, and he's not settling for that. Rebellion continue to drop kill after kill, death after death. Precision with the rocket gets that trade with Carmea. We might see Avengers here adding on to that objective time. The rocket a little bit off of the target.
Huss with a well-timed pre-nade, but it's the well-timed push there from Rebellion, which sends Huss scurrying. And honestly, in a 2v1 scenario, I think this is huge for Huss to maintain his life, making great plays here, causing so much distraction for this Avenger squad. And it's almost like before you push into that oddball, you got to worry about Huss. Huss is still alive, and although he doesn't get the kills there, he leads to the kills that get taken down for Rebellion. Huss now rotating with the oddball as well, and I love getting the chance to call out moments and plays where a player ultimately dies but makes a great play.
Yeah, it was a great play from Huss, and you can see the 12 assists for Huss as he tries to rotate that objective. But Rebellions are playing with a level of intensity. They do not want this to go to a round number 3 after that decisive first round win. They know that it's on them to force a game 5. They rotate back to Subway where they were comfortable before, but they're not given the chance to be comfortable now. Avengers break that hold in like the blink of an eye.
Oh, and equally as good as Rebellion looked in round 1, Avengers looked just as good in round 2, maybe even better based on the eye test alone, as we have Ryan with that Stalker and a last-ditch effort to potentially come back in this round. Clock dwindling, just over a minute left in regulation. This one is going to come down to the Rockets in 15. Ball down on Palm Tree, and 3 down for the Avengers. 4 down for the Avengers. What a well-timed team wipe here for Rebellion. And look at Ryan Noob setting up on this side of Cafe, either looking to cycle these PD spawns or maybe earn a back smack. But oh, he pushes out. He doesn't wait for the back smack. He takes the fight to him, earns the double kill, has potential for a triple with 3 perfect shots. No, Neuronical not going to go down to Ryan Noob, but goes down instead. Oh my God, just as it looked like Avengers were going to send us to a round 3, Rebellion say, whoa, no, 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 no.
No, 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 not just yet. Ryan Ryan who gets 2 and Mental gets the other 2. So those 2 players working together to get the full 4 down, the full overkill split in half between the 2 players. Mental drops that shroud screen to try to stay alive, milk his life, and he baits in a player to receive a rocket on the other side. 3 go down. Rain is last alive, and you see how he's not holding the oddball because that would reveal his position. He needs to get the advantage in this fight, but Neuronical is going to find him.
And you almost have to wonder at this point, the strategy here for the Avengers. Do they grab the oddball again? Yes, they do. Interesting to note, I think because they're so close to match point here with the 100 seconds, they're going to play for that time instead of just electing for slays and the game clock instead. They're going to play for the oddball clock at 93 to 57, a comfortable 40-second lead. That's what we have left on the game clock as well, 42 seconds, as Karmea has the oddball, stops that potential comeback here for the Avengers. Now Rebellion with Ryanoob. Oh, and sans Karmea, he goes down. That's going to make it very difficult because Ryanoob's going to get shots in the back and the front. And now I almost wonder if the Avengers do play for that time. But no, they're going to keep going for the clock. 95 and rolling. Do they have 100?
They're 2 seconds away. I don't think there's anyone from Rebellion that can get there in time. We're going to a round 3. You said it earlier in the round. As decisive as Rebellion looked in round 1, Avengers looked so dominant in round 2. But this was one of my favorite plays where Ryan was lurking at the back of A on that corner, uses the correct, perfect moment to collapse on the double kill. But it was not quite enough to steal back that round. Although a great response from Rebellion. You're just wondering who really has the edge in this game. I couldn't pick if you asked me.
Rain had the comms on the B stairs, fired that blind rocket, took down Swish. That's why we see Rebellion inch away with a little bit of milk. Not very much, though. Only 5 seconds. 3 go down for Avengers, though. It's going to allow them to continue to score. But Swish has the perfect 4 shots to stop the clock for just momentarily.
It's not going to be enough, though, because Avengers go 3 down or go 4 down in that fight. So even though we got the perfect kill, it doesn't slow Rebellion down for long because they have those spawns locked down. They're going to respawn right back where they need to be as a team. Rain with the power combo of that Stalker plus Bulldog. He doesn't have much ammo in either weapon, but it's enough for the wingman to come through. The red gun, it hits the headshot. 1 round in the Bulldog, and honestly, baiting a fight, best case scenario there for Rain.
And then look at that, best case scenario again for Rebellion. It's a 2v1 against Swish. I don't care if you're cracked out of your mind. It's so difficult to win those 2v1s against the best players in the world. That's why we saw Swish go down very easily, as Karmea now has that shroud screen and uses the hands to take down Neuronical. Now spots an opponent at his back. It's the numbers advantage, though, for Avengers as they push now with numbers.
There's no time for these players to hold hands inside of the shroud screen. They're going to throw hands inside of the shroud screen. The melee coming through on that takedown. But Avengers are starting to respond back with objective time of their own. Throughout last series versus going rogue and into this series, they've shown themselves to be a very efficient objective team, but they're 10 seconds down. The kills are going to Rebellion, and a pivotal kill at bottom mid is going to leave the rockets open for Ryanoob, but not just yet. Neuronical is ready for the 1v1, but Ryanoob with the recognition of where that fight was going to go down.
Yeah, look at him pushing out to help his teammates grab those rockets instead. That's another play call from Ryanoob, as he says in the feed, a little small talk there, says, guys, I'm pushing up. Looks like Mental, make sure you grab rockets. That's exactly what the comm sounded like for Rebellion, as we saw Ryanoob push forward, clear out Seaside. And now Rebellion has all of that to control, but a huge takedown there from Swish on Mental. Just as it looked like his back was against the wall, he stays alive. And now Ryanoob is going to have to worry about that Swish player. But no, my God, Karmea with the double, Rain with the single. Neuronical goes down, 4 down for the Avengers, and it's going to be another stronghold here for Rebellion.
3 out of 4 kills there were from Karmea. So if Ryan was worried about anything, Karmea put his mind at ease by taking down kill after kill. And look at the Rebellion, so confident, the fast pace that you called for in order to mount the potential for a reverse sweep. And we're seeing it from Rebellion. They're playing full speed ahead. The confidence is in place. Ryanoob throws the oddball out into the waiting hands of a teammate to double back, setting up more kills for Mental. He wins the double kill with the use of that drop wall.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you play too fast or too slow, you're going to be predictable regardless of which side of the coin you're on. So when you start to mix and match that philosophy with the gameplay, you start to see the comeback here from Rebellion, as we've seen perfect pacing, pushing the envelope when needed, and parking the bus when needed as well. Great juxtaposition of strategies here as Ryan helps take down all 4 from the Avengers once again. And God, if you just looked at the kill feed, you'd think a Rebellion would already have this one locked up.
They're very close to having this one locked up. They're very close to forcing a game 5. They're just 25 seconds away, and they're pushing the emphasis on the opposite side of the map. The rockets are stolen away. Neuronical goes down. Husk uses 1 rocket for a kill. Neuronical uses the remaining rocket to get that trade. But the objective sits there at the reset point. Ryan Noob rotates back through, waiting for teammates on the respawn. He doesn't want to push until he knows where Rain's respawn is going to come through.
All right, here we go. The Avengers mounting a comeback. Incredible response off of a 4-down team wipe to get this off ball all the way over to A instead. But Karmea gets that opening break kill with the Stalker rifle. Ryan Noob has the back of 2 opponents. This is looking like a good wave of aggression from Rebellion, as they should take down all 4 once again. But look at that little play ball action there from Swish is going to make this a little bit more contested. Ryan could go down around the corner, but no, he's going to nerd away with that oddball, and potentially this game 4. Rebellion only needing 15.
The level of trust here from Rebellion for Ryan Noob to scoop up that oddball and rotate it back.
Yeah.
Just full faith in teammates. You got my back. I'm getting the objective. 5 more seconds, and here comes Neuronical on the push. Mental sets that up for Ryan Noob to get the melee takedown, and that's going to be it. We have a game 5. Everybody, red alert in the chat. Game 5 coming your way.
Oh, and I love that play there from Ryan Noob. Had no shields, but had the oddball and a few seconds left needed to win that round. Spotted Mental, hit 2 shots in the back of his opponent, recognizing after those 2 shots that all he needed was a melee with the oddball to take him down and take this Avengers squad down in reverse sweep fashion. 2 in a row for Rebellion, 2 in a row for the Avengers to start off the series. I feel like we say this a lot, Magic, but at this point, something's got to give in a Game 5 Recharge Slayer.
Pick a team, Mikowski. Who do you got for a game 5? Because it's looking about as close as it could possibly be.
Give me the Avengers.
Oh, okay. I'm going to stick with Rebellion. I'm sorry. I'm just going to pick the other side of the coin here on this one. Rebellion are on that 2-0 spree right now. I think they get the full series reset. I think that they're going to lock it up. But tell me why. Why do you think Avengers?
Well, so what I'm counting right now is I'm just waiting to see how soon we go into a game 5. Knowing Swish, he's probably got a little pep talk here. He might have went observer mode, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To really reel in his team, because I think if I look at this Husk Neuronical Precision Swish roster, I know Swish is the new guy, but I think he has the best chance to lead his team as we hop on board with the leader of Rebellion, Ryan Noob here with the early opening break. 2 kills. There goes Swish, and Camo should go to Rebellion as well. This is about as good of a start as you could have imagined for Ryan Noob.
And I'm still holding on to Rebellion if it is veteran duo lock.
Karmea with that shock rifle. Ryan Noob with the camo. The entirety of the sandbox is in Rebellion's favor. Positioning is 2 as Ryan Noob takes down 1 at the back of C. All he has to do is stay alive and be a thorn in the side of the Avengers and just keep them guessing in the comms as to where he is.
Ryan Noob is keeping them guessing. If only he had a plasma, he could get a clean stick there. He might go for repulsor play, but he has the damage out of Neuronical. That's the perfect bait and switch, as Swish fills in, not just on this roster, but fills in for the teammate in order to bring us to this tied game. This series is deadlocked. This game could not be any closer.
Yeah, gotta give Avengers a lot of credit for notching this one back up at 5. When you look at the fact that Ryan Noob made it away with that camo, earned 2 kills, which is solid, but Karmea had that opening shock rifle and went down with it. Didn't earn himself a single kill with it. His precision. Oh, I thought we were teeing up the chance for him to make it away with that shock rifle. Top A now becomes almost like a power positioning spot, almost like top mid on live fire, as the shock rifle is down there, and you got to believe both teams are going to be contesting it.
Both teams are certainly contesting that power weapon. A slight 2-kill advantage here for Ryan Noob and the Rebellion team as he tries to use that grapple to get back to safety. He's stopped short. Mental and Rain in the back of Gold Pipes. They know there's a player out here. I think he's on shock rifle ledge, and they're trying to single him out on the back of B. The shots go out, but Mental a little bit over aggressive onto that kill. Avengers were using their own teammate as bait.
Yeah, that was the kind of nerdy strategy that Ryan Noob deploys. I almost even for a sec thought, oh, that was kill for Rebellion, just because of the way it played out. Instead, Avengers with a nerdy strategy of their own, but no, they lose the camo. Huge takedown there on Karmea. Just as it looked like Avengers had the chance to regain the lead, Karmea shut it down.
The double melee kill from Karmea. This young gun is not afraid to get up close and personal. Take that fight head on. And now it's Swish versus Karmea. Karmea wins out, and with it, just the slimmest of leads. Just 1 point advantage on the side of Rebellion. And here we go. Karmea, watch out. If he gets heated up, there's going to be no stopping this high movement tech, high aggression, high gun skill player.
Oh yeah, and if you start seeing Karmea G-slide around the map, you got to watch out because the kid is feeling it. Now has that shock rifle back in his hands, and he's not going to make the same mistake he did at the start of the match. He's going to hit some shots. He's going to take down at least one and build on that lead for Rebellion. It's been close throughout, but now starting to see a little bit of that form that we saw at the beginning of the game for Rebellion, up 5.
Karmea is 7-3 with 4 assists. Let's make it 8. Let's make it 9. The double kill. He's looking for the triple. He doesn't have the opportunity to get the damage. He's going to hope that teammates have his back. Rain gets the kill. Karmea stays alive and showing how important it is to get the slays, but also preserve your life.
Oh, I'm so impressed with that right there because right there a year ago, Karmea would have went for the triple. Even like a week ago, maybe would have went for the, maybe a month ago before Charlotte would have went for the triple there. You can start to see that Ryan Noob level of strategy and the way that Ryan Noob approaches Halo starting to rub off on Karmea, who likes to play fast and aggressive and hit all of his shots like we saw there earlier. Dipping away from that triple, that shows to me the growth, the maturation we're seeing from Karmea right before our very eyes.
That's something you love to see from these players, and they find the right team that they can not only thrive with but also reach the next level. Rebellion, they were on the brink of an upset, but now they're looking like they might be the ones who are a little bit upset about that start 0-2 in the series as they continue to build on this lead. 6 points as they nearly reach that 30-point mark where the Slayer game is about to begin.
Yeah, and you think with a 5-kill lead here for Rebellion, somebody might be having a really bad game for Avengers, but everyone's just about even or within 2 or 3 deaths. Like, so it's not like anyone from Avengers is having a poor performance. It's more so just the fact that for Rebellion, the strategy, the pacing, and the timing of hitting your shots when it matters most, like we saw earlier from Karmea, are the reason why they're up 6.
Look at this distraction from Rain. He's firing at the top of Attic, not to get the kill, but to try to distract so Karmea can make that push through the bottom of B stairs. But the pings are coming out, the information. Precision is on the push. Rain does land that melee before being taken down, but I don't think there's anyone from Rebellion in the position to clean up the rest of that kill. Karmea, however, does win on that back of Attic. We've seen him living here today. Hopefully not collecting dust, maybe collecting kills.
Here we go, another linchpin moment in this match. Avengers down 6 with an opportunity to bring it within a team wipe or go down 2 team wipes. The decision is up to them. Karmea looking to prevent that from happening. And wow, what a great exit and escape to find that shock rifle as well, but a huge takedown there from Swish as he takes down Karmea. And you have to imagine with what we had seen recently with that shock rifle, he could have popped off with it. Mental has Swish come flying in behind his back. 3 go down for the Avengers, and it's still that 7-kill deficit we saw before. Almost a 6-kill, but again, Karmea keeps his life.
How does Karmea come out with the shock rifle and all that chaos?
Wow.
Whichever way he finds the shock rifle in his hands, he doesn't waste any time putting it to work. He takes down 1, and he has Swish suppressed at the top of glass. 39-30. Rain goes for the camo pickup. Swishes at the top of E-box. He jumps down behind. He gets the sneaking medal as he back smacks the camo player.
Wow, a 10-kill lead for Rebellion, and it's a big reason why we're on board with them right here. Karmea didn't start off hot with that shock rifle, but ever since, he has been destroying with it. Double kill, and the only thing that can take him down is himself.
Karmea has been popping off, and oh no, for the first time, Ryan knew with a little bit of body disrespect as he is feeling that this is their game. They are ahead by 13 in what has been a back and forth series. Ryan Noob and the rest of Rebellion might have been off to a slow start in that 0-2 of the series, but Ryan Noob now on a killing spree, and I think that they might just have the Avengers checked as he finds the bag for the 49th kill.
Yeah, that's a white flag being waved high above the heads of Avengers as they go 6 feet deep in the dirt. Reverse sweep, Rebellion take it and take on G1 next.
What an epic comeback. The reverse sweep from Rebellion, improbable. As we saw, we could feel the upset coming, but there it is. Ryan Noob, Rain, they are setting up their team for success, whether that's on the assist count or whether it's on the strategy side. And then they let Karmea off his leash to tear up the competition in the game 5.
Yeah, we're starting to see why we have put so much attention and focus on Karmea. Look at the nice little ogre twitch, calibrates the reticule, and then says, "Oh, that was for perfect reasoning," as he hits the headshot on Neuronickel. And that wasn't the only headshot we saw from Karmea. And look at this, even when he wasn't landing the headshot, he had enough to clean up the kills. And that's the positioning there. It's not the shots, it's not the accuracy for Karmea that earns him that kill on Swish. It was the positioning as Karmea ultimately goes down to his own grenade. And like I said earlier, that looked to be the only thing that could stop him.
The only thing that can stop him is his own grenade taking himself down. But Karmea ends up going +10 in this game. And Ryan Noob, Rain, Karmea, Mental on Team Shopify Rebellion go on in the bracket to face G1 next. Avengers are going to drop into that lower bracket, but I don't think we're done watching this roster. They showed us some impressive work, ultimately falling just short in the game 5, but they need to get full credit. They started off the series very strong.
Yeah, I didn't expect Avengers to look so checked going into that game 5 when you have every opportunity tied in the series. I know you had Rebellion winning the previous 2, and again, you start getting antsy, start getting a little anxious, and start in the back of your head thinking about, oh my God, are we about to get reverse swept? All of that metamorphized itself onto this Avengers squad. You could sort of see the fear, you could see the disconnect, and the disconnect is the right word to use, because in the comms it seems like they just completely stopped calming and stopped playing at the end. We saw a couple kills there given away for free, and for me, I like to see the fight. I like to see the heart of a lion in a competitor, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. I didn't necessarily enjoy or love that from the Avengers there, so I want to see how they bounce back in this tournament and in this series. Look at a little checked here, but now with an opportunity to check back in with some communication, maybe a snack, a little hydration break. They need something to get their heads back after that reverse sweep from Rebellion.
Definitely looking forward to seeing what the Avengers can do as they move into that lower bracket. And you know what? Off of that, I think that we're going to take a little bit of a break. Maybe a snack break, maybe a little hydration for us as well. We're going to do a quick caster rotation here. Tony and Tools will be on the other side of this break. And I just want to say thank you to chat, everybody, for tuning in, for supporting the channel. We would not be here if it weren't for you. So thank you for all of your support. And sometimes that even looks like just sitting and watching ads when we're on those intermission screens. So thanks for, plowing through the ads on our behalf. Mikowski, it's been great getting to cast alongside you as always. Anything you want to throw in here before we make that caster switch?
Yeah, I just want to say a quick thanks to LVT, amazing co-casters in Magic and producers behind the scene in 90 Night and Brandon. But I also want to say a really heartfelt thanks to Lance Reddick, who we lost as a member of the gaming community the other day. I know I'm switching gears here a little bit towards Destiny, but that guy was such a massive part of so many gamers' life. The last thing he did before passing was play Destiny. And I just think that speaks to how passionate and how much he loved the gaming community. And I want him to know and his family to know that we love him right back. And we'll miss you, Commander.